Hey, I'm back for part two of the Aries reading, which was talking about some deceit that could turn into a potential hazard, bombshell, grenade that causes even more chaos than you've already been dealing with. And you just don't have the time for that. So I pulled, sorry, my battery ran out, by the way. Removing the blinders spread. So if there's anything that you didn't know, we're going to talk about that. And again, the Fiona Apple song comes through where she's talking about, God, what she say? I too wanted him to be proud of me. Then I just wanted him to make amends. I wonder what lies he tells you about me to make sure that we'll never be friends. And it's a shame because you and I didn't get a witness. We're the only ones who know. Oh, what did she say? And it was over the moment that he kissed us. From then on, it was his big show. So there's somebody who is really running the show and using everyone in their lives as puppets. And you didn't get the real story, or the new side piece that's trying to mess with you didn't get the real story, or you were the side piece and you didn't get the real story, and someone sicked you on someone else, or this is just literally you an extension kind of the Pisces reading, and you have Pisces in your chart, and that was talking about a bad girls club situation where pettiness turns into literal criminal activity and prosecution and charges and possible jail time. Possible jail time. So if whatever side of the fence you're on in that, you don't want to be part of it. And if that's just kind of like super distant in your friend group, it's closer to you than you think it is. Like it's closer to affecting you and your abundance and your next relationship than you think it is. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Removing the blinders. So, what am I not seeing in this situation is, and I did reshuffle this, I swear to God, reshuffled it. The moon and the two of pentacles here again. So, whatever this information is that's being kept from you, it's potentially damaging. Could potentially cause disfigurement. That could be body or money with the pentacles. It could be your health or your bank account. So, whatever it is, it's bad news. Stay away from it, right? But what you're not seeing about it is how close to danger you are, how close to um, being stuck in another dark karmic cycle. And you really don't want to have anything to do with that. Okay, so there's kind of some dark stuff that you don't necessarily understand right now. Should I pull more on that? Can I be nosy? So for kind of underlying, what else am I not seeing about this with the moon? Because the moon, it answers only so much, but it would represent where you on in your hero's journey. So maybe the darkness is how close to enlightenment you are, how close to true love that you've always wanted you are. And it's just at the other end of choosing not to have anything to do with this madness. Hold on. Seven of Wands, King of Wands. Judgment, again with the judgment. So much with the judgment. And the world, again with the world. Judgment in the world. I just did a random specific that had judgment in the world in it about ending a relationship where two people just needed to cut out all the chaos and the background noise and get together and be like, hey, we're getting a divorce. Let's do this. Let's not fight. What's best for the kids. So if that sounds familiar, check out the random specific that I just did. But there's a lot of moving pieces here in the form of different voices and different opinions. And it's like playing the telephone game. It's like playing the telephone game. So it might not even be that someone is out to destroy. It's not like, so I think there is someone involved here that just wants to watch the world burn, and they're happy to use people like their personal chess pieces. But for the most part, it's that people are just misinformed and they're ignorant, and it's like playing telephone game where this person told this person, and then this person told whatever whatever, and seven people down the line you get the story, and it's not even necessarily the truth, which is why you want to stay away from being involved in anyone else's drama or a feud, or even if it's your family, even if it's like, well, this is the family feud and this is what we do and this is who we fight, like all, Hatfields and McCoy, like stay away from that. Like stay away from that. Okay, so in the spread, what impact is this kind of unforeseen thing happening on your life right now? And it's literally coming in between you being able to be in a loving relationship or manifest the type of relationship or environment or family where you can express yourself and be authentic and feel free. Feel free from chains, from bondage, from cords of any kind, energetic or otherwise. Energetic or otherwise. Like, I just keep seeing all these beautiful things at the other end of this bullshit story that you need to figure out, or that you just literally need to avoid right now. Because it's a telephone game, and they won't be able to provide you with an accurate story. Or it's like this happened about you, and instead of asking you what was going on, someone like asked your hating ass ex. It was like they were getting all their information like about you from a hating ass ex, like from a hater, from someone that would never tell the truth in the first place. Why am I unable to see this? It's because you might have a lot of love for these friends or this person. The bond is strong, like you love them, they're a courageous person, maybe they give you strength somehow, or you just love really hard. Maybe you're just one of those Aries that it's just like when you love hard, and you love with everything that you are, including your spine and your courage. And maybe you had to take a leap of faith with someone and they didn't show you their true face when they should have. It's really cutting into you being able to sit in power on your throne in a position. It's keeping you from your position. It's keeping you from your true love twin flame marriage. But where you feel free and not in bondage. So it's going to feel like going from being in bondage to being free. And I pulled from my little deck Ace of Cups and Ace of Coins. So there's a huge investment here for you. Like once you walk through that door, the universe is going to say, good, you passed that test. You were a bigger, better person. You didn't get petty. You didn't get involved in criminal activity. And you didn't just take someone's word for gospel. It's like somebody took someone else's word for gospel and it wasn't correct. It wasn't correct. How can I best remove the blinders from... It's like, well, first you need to be authentic. You need to... with the Emperor here, I think forcefully insist on authenticity in every relationship in your life. And if whoever they are, if they are unable to provide you with honesty, honor, and authenticity, then they don't belong in your life. They don't belong in your situation. Or if it's like, well, they're just going to be there, and it's like maybe you work for this company right now and you can't leave yet, just know what you're dealing with. Like, just peep game. Just know what it is. Just know what it is. So it could just be something that's going to be unchanging, or it's a Taurus, or you're dealing with a Taurus who doesn't need to lie or shouldn't lie, but they sure did, and they're really sticking with it. So if they're not a Taurus, and this would represent like this, it's something that was repeated as gospel that is not. It's not canon, it's not gospel, it wasn't the facts, it's not the truth. And if this is an extension of that Pisces reading and you're a Aries Pisces cusp, it's time in the story where they roll the tape. The time for fighting is over. The time for almost choosing sides, you're choosing your own side. You're choosing what's right. You're choosing the side of light. You know, you might not be able to change this situation or this institution or this particular part of a culture. Or this person's never going to tell the truth. And that's what they're being really stubborn about. Like, you could have the truth right in front of them and they will still deny it. So don't sit around and hold your breath and wait for this person to admit it. You just need to end it and walk away and profit. And you will immediately see a return on your investment with at least energy and confidence and what else? Mastering something. And if this is literally that there was criminal activity and you were stolen from, you're perfecting the skill or the craft, right? The craft, the skill of resourcefulness. Like your higher self, working with your angels to test yourself, to prove to yourself how strong you are and what you can do. You know, it's like the destination is at the top of a very scary, steep, windy road. And maybe if you knew how steep and windy that road was, you wouldn't have tried to go for it. So it's like, I don't know why this analogy is, but it's like your higher guides knew that you didn't maybe have the self-confidence to understand that you could get through this yourself. So you couldn't see all the perils. You couldn't see all the road bumps. You couldn't see how dangerous and windy and terrifying this road was. But once you started on it, you couldn't look back, you know? So it's just you get to the top of that scary windy road and you can relax, and there is the sunshine. And there is beauty, and there is a lake, and there is peace and rest and true love. And so that would be your hero's journey. Don't let anybody else's BS get in the way of your hero's journey, right? Because as far as removing the blinders spread here at the end, what will come to me when I can see this clearly? So you're being tasked to see something clearly, something that was lied about or something that's untrue, to move forward in this beautiful new marriage, commitment, relationship, and period of celebration. Celebration. Like the war is over and the boys come home and we can throw a party, or there is the marriage and everyone's getting along and you have everything you've ever wanted. You are emotionally satisfied where you want for nothing when it comes to love. Okay, so how do you do that? Today, tomorrow, next week. No, I don't want this one. Let me see. Today, tomorrow, next week. Let's go in Untamed Elemental. Whoa. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Where did it go? Oh. Today, tomorrow. I wonder if the tower is something nature. I wonder if the tower is something nature. Help. Me no talk good. I wonder if there is an act of God that's going to come in because of what it said in the last spread. It was like the tower was out of everyone's hands. It was an act of God. It was sweeping away a lot of really dark, dirty, swampy, stagnant water, energy. It's Mother Ocean coming in with a tsunami. Okay, so it's like you just need to figure out one of these little tricky people's lies. You don't have to figure out everything. It's like one more bit of information is going to be coming in this week. So pay attention, keep working, keep breathing. Make sure you're meditating every morning so you don't lose your temper, or you don't get so hurt that you kind of sink into sort of sunken place that they've created for you, these lying whatevers. And yes, you are pressing charges, by the way, if this is an extension of Pisces. If it comes to the sweeping and getting rid of the muck is exposing who lied on you, stole from you, whatever, yes, you're pressing charges. We're not all in this together. Like, they may give you, oh, we're all in this together. No. Then why did you lie? Then why did you lie? If we were all in this together, you would have told the truth from the beginning. And if this is someone new that you, well, it was someone new, and you find out that they didn't tell the truth about their ex, and that they said their ex was abusive, and you find out it was them the whole time, it might be time to have that difficult conversation with the ex and say, hey, what really happened? Because there could be more like really dark abuse there that you don't even know. Like, that you don't even know. So stay grounded, breathe, breathe. Yeah. Because at the other end of this, if it is like a sweeping tsunami and it sweeps everything away and you literally have to move, you're going to be swept into a place that is beautiful with a waterfall. It's green, everything grows so easy there. The ground is like, black, dark soil that just smells like the good earth, where you can grow your orchards. I don't know, somebody maybe wants to grow apple trees or peach trees or something like that. Orchard, farming, gardening, whatever. And if that's metaphorical for children, that's at the other end of this nonsense. So the support that you want is not here, it's over there. It's over there. And something might need to get knocked over first, or broken, or exposed. And it might hurt for a minute, but it's going to feel really good to be vindicated or to see the truth. It'll be like getting away from some sort of a rainy cloud that's been over your head for like a while now. For a while now. Yeah, someone was keeping people apart who knew the real story. Like, one person was on this side of the Golden Gate Bridge and the other person was on this side of the Golden Gate Bridge, and they made sure that y'all never met in the middle or visited each other's side. And I think maybe even one of you was on the other edge of the Bay Bridge. One person was in Sausalito and one person was in Oakland, and keeping them apart meant that this person was able to kind of con everyone. Okay. What to do right now. Again, buy yourself flowers. Be in the park. Be in nature. Seriously, buy yourself flowers. Write that down, please. And thank you. Buy yourself flowers. You deserve it. Keep working on a project that you haven't finished yet. Focus on art. Be receptive to aha moments, light bulb moments that come in that literally shed light on this situation. You might be answering your own questions this next week and you don't even know it. So be receptive to remembering new things or making connections. Making connections like, maybe that's why they did this or said this. Who to trust, who not to trust. Yeah. Huh. You wouldn't think. Who to trust. Politician. Huh. Desire to work for a greater cause. Okay, so this is a good politician. This is someone that gets themselves into a very difficult position by trying to change a corrupt situation, with boots on the ground. A labor of love sort of politician. Desire to work for a greater cause, education, or a teacher, integrity and honesty. So again, with the no new friends, who you can trust is the ones that you can trust, that you've known for years and years and years. Maybe you've had fights, but you know who they are. This person may have a fear of rejection, and maybe you hurt their feelings, and maybe it's, or they hurt your feelings, and it's time to forgive so you can get the real story. You learned that one person can influence the lives of many. One little lie can make such a difference. One little lie can turn into such a bomb, a grenade. It causes so much damage, irreparable damage, either to your body or your bank account. Who not to trust? Jeweler. So anyone that is surface level, and is creative and innovative. So they could be creative, enjoys jewelry and nice clothes. Maybe they wear a lot of jewelry, like a lot of jewelry. That's a clue. A fear of being in poverty. So this person would sell you down the creek for $1. They'd sell their mama down the creek for $1. They sell out. They are a sellout, but they maybe don't have the face of being a sellout, but they're a sellout and able to find work they enjoy. Like they would rather be rich than have a job they love, and then they're miserable and they take it out on everybody. And I think this part down here lesson is for you. You learn to bring joy into the lives of others through your creativity. So focus on that. Pat yourself on the back for that. Okay, so anyone that's really materialistic, they're more worried about their Instagram followers than they are their like their child or their mother or something like that. No new friends. Trust who you know you can trust. Be open to discovering new things this week that will shed light on this whole situation. Okay, so there's something more to be learned. There's something more to be learned here. And it's like the masquerade ball is over. It's time to rewatch the footage and, see behind the masks. It's time to take off the masks. It's time for the veil to be lifted. But it's like our higher guides do it little by little for us so that it's palatable, so that we don't have a total nervous breakdown. Maybe you have a lot going on this week. Keep going. Keep working. Don't let this stop you. Don't let the madness suck you into its vortex. You have a spine. You have courage. You have fortitude. And you know how to work hard and be resourceful. You can't lose. You can't lose, basically. You're about to have true love, soulmate, security, a foundation, and a period of life where you can actually live in joy, happiness. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun, Art in the park, buy yourself flowers. I'm going to leave it there. Buy yourself flowers. You deserve it. This will all be worked out. And if it is a Claremont twin situation, like I was saying, you are going to press charges. You're not going to let this one go. Not at all. Because someone went above and beyond to wear a mask, be deceitful, and maybe either use you or people around you to put you into a period or a position where you were backed into a corner, unable to move, and ended up being maybe completely destitute, left out in the cold, or at the very best, alienated. So all of that is ending. And true joy and happiness is at the end of this rough period where you might have to realize that there's a different side to the story. Or the game of telephone with a friend circle hasn't gotten you anywhere but caught up in someone else's karmic cycle. Okay, you need to be in your power right now. You need to be sitting on your throne. So up with the boundaries, enforce those boundaries. But it's not about being alienated. It's just about kind of peeping the game right now and coming out of a feeling of darkness. And that feeling of darkness didn't really have anything to do with you or your heart. Okay? That beautiful new foundation where you feel loved and supported and understood is coming. So hang in there, okay, Aries? All right, I'm going to leave it there. I'm Walker. This is Dance Walker Tarot. And this was part 2 of Aries reading for, God, I hope not the collective. I hope y'all are not going through something like this. But my heart is with you. You got this. I'm not that worried about it. I'm more worried about the karma of the people who were part of this whole mess. Like, I'm not worried about you. I'm worried about them. I don't think God's worried about you. I think God's worried about them. So take the high road. Always, always, always. Be open to a different perspective from somebody that maybe was kept at distance from you so that this person can continue their bullshit story. Flowers for you. You deserve it. You deserve all the beautiful things. All right, Aries. Shining leaders, the ones with the spines. God bless you. I'll see you for the next one. I'm Walker. This is Dance Walker Tarot. Bye bye.